This conference will now be recorded.
Fine. Yesterday we have already discussed about the parts of the program, okay? And the parts of the programs could be like hash include stdio.h, which is simply nothing but a header file. This header file is called as a preprocessor directive, okay? And we are having something called as a global declaration. As of now, we don't worry about this global declaration. We will see what is that global declaration later in the later sessions while discussing about that. Okay, just remember that word global declaration and the local declaration. Two types of declarations are there. Okay, so two types of declarations are there. One is global declaration, another one is local declaration. Okay, and we have seen this int main. This is the function, and without a main function, a C program cannot exist. Okay, now why we are going to say like this, and why we need to consider, and why we need to give that much importance to this main function is actually when a C program is being typed by the user on the editor. Okay, the editor is going to compile. We have seen three things that will be happening when you are going to type a program. Okay, first is like typing the program in the on the editor. Second one is compiling. Third one is execution. Okay, now if you have finished the first stage, like typing the program in the editor, that is in the system. Okay, next part is like your program should be compiled. In general, we will have some basic understanding what is that compilation and what is that execution. We have already discussed yesterday, and I will just rewind it again so that you can understand. Okay. Compiling is simply nothing but finding out the errors that are made by you such that it will highlight you to change as per its need. Okay, now if we will go to some other examples so that you can understand. Okay, if two persons are there, okay, two persons are of different language people. Okay, one might be of Telugu and another guy will be of Tamil guy. Okay, both of them doesn't know their each either languages actually. Okay, this guy knows Tamil and this guy doesn't know Tamil. I mean Telugu. That guy will know Telugu and he doesn't know Tamil, like that. Okay, so both of them should have some sort of a common language known. That could be either English or Hindi or whatever it might be. It is not at all matter. Both of them should have conversation in a language in which both of them can understand. Okay, so that common language is called as a C program here. Okay, that C language means it is a standard. It is having some sort of standard format. It needs to be like this. If you are going to tell this, the system is going to accept your instructions, whatever you type. Okay, that could be program actually, but inside a program there are many instructions. Okay, the instructions will be having a particular syntax that needs to be followed to be made understood to the system by the user. So we need to follow some sort of standard syntax that are available for each and every instruction. Okay, example, we have seen yesterday how to print a statement in the program. Okay, we will consider this one now. Printf of enter x and y means if you want to print some statement, defaultly you need to use this statement, printf, print format. You need to open this brace, you need to give double quotes, and the statement what you want to be displayed should be entered in between the double quotes, and again you need to close the brace and followed by a semicolon. Okay, and another thing I would like to uh, update you, and I want to give a clue. There are many statements in the main function. This main is nothing but a function. Okay, in the main function there are multiple statements. or multiple instructions, whatever it could be, multiple statements. Each and every statement will be ending followed by a semicolon. Okay, 1 second. Sorry for the disturbance. Okay, every statement inside the main function should have a semicolon in the last, such that it will understand that it is the last, it is the end of that particular instruction. Okay, there could be some statements where this particular semicolon will not be present. We will understand why there is no semicolon and all for those particular type of statements or for particular type of instructions. We will see that later on. Okay, as of now, defaultly, you please try to understand each and every statement in the main function should and must have some sort of semicolon in the last of each and every statement in the main function. Not only main function, in each and every statement of a function in C program. Okay. So these are the statements, and we are having something called as a local declaration. Local declaration is simply nothing but declaring a variable of some data type. Okay, here we are declaring y variable or attribute, whatever it could be, y variable of a data type integer. So this y variable will accept only values of numeric type 1, 2, 3, like that only. Only number values will be accepted here in y variable. Okay. So, followed by the statements. We will see, we have already seen yesterday. If you want, we can see another program also. It is not at all a problem. But before going to that, we need to understand many things in the C program. Okay. Okay. These are the main components of C program. Okay. Main components are like functions. The blue words are nothing but the components of the C program, and in the brackets beside that we are having something mentioned. They are the examples. What could be they? Okay, functions are like main function. We have used CLR SCR yesterday. We have used C get CH yesterday. We haven't used this SQRT or ASB and all. Okay, we have used main function, right? So it is a component of a C program. Next one is variable. Just now we have seen int y, right? So this variable or identifier int top, this top is called as a variable of data type integer. Okay? And here store is a variable. Store is a variable of type character, and we are having something called as a square brackets max, right? This denotes that this store variable is an array. We will see what actually is that array and all in the later coming session, so that you will be more clear. Okay, as of now, this store is also a variable or identifier of character data type. Character data type means it can store the data in the form of alphabets A, B, C, like that. Okay. Whereas integer will store the data in the form of numbers 1, 2, 3, like that. Okay. Next, declarations. Int A. Okay. This is a declaration actually. Means you are declaring a variable of type integer, of data type integer. It is called as a declaration. We have seen two types of declarations here, local declaration and global declaration. As of now, you simply understand declaration is simply nothing but We are going to define that this variable will be used in the program. We must initially put a word to the computer that I will be using these variables in the program in future for my use. Okay, like that. The example is like if you are if an employee is there, if he wants a planned leave in his organization where he is working, what he will do is he will let the manager or he will let his supervisor know that he is going to take leave on this particular day as he is having some sort of pre-planned work. Okay, so it could be like he is going to inform in advance that he wants a leave on this day. He wants a leave on this particular day in advance. Similarly, we are going to declare some sort of variables. Initially, we are going to declare some sort of variables. 1 second, please. Yeah, we are going to have some sort of variables declared initially to make understand that system that I am going to use it these kind of variables in the program in future. Next, compiler directives. Hash define, hash include. These are called as header files, or this could be called as either compiler directives. Why they are called as compiler directives? Or when you are going to write a program, okay, and it is going to search for these kind of header files, so they are called as compiler directives. It is not going to search for the content in the program. The compiler will not search for the content in the program. It is directly going to check the particular directives or header files and it contents. Next, data types: character, integer, float, double, long double. These are different types of data types. Keywords. Keywords are like some sort of constant numbers or some sort of words, whatever it could be. Okay, and next one is a control string. Percentage C, percentage D, percentage F, percentage LD, percentage LF. Okay, see here. Now, what we are going to do here is, this is the previous slide. What we are going to do is we are trying to take inputs X and Y. Okay, we are going to take inputs via scanf statement, and we are going to display the sum of the X and Y. Okay, this percentage D is used to display the sum of X and Y of integer data type. Okay, percentage D will denote it is of integer data type. Okay, percentage C will denote it is of character. Percentage F will denote it is of float. Percentage LD will denote it is of double. Percentage LF will denote it is of long double. Okay, these are few control strings. Many control strings are there. We will see in the coming slides. Okay, and escape sequences. We are having these types of keywords or escape sequences here to avoid some sort of disturbance while displaying on the screen. Okay, for example, we will see this one now. Okay, we will see this example escape sequence now. We are going to type the program now. Hash include stdio.h. Defaultly, I have a habit of typing these header files. Okay, so I will type it defaultly whenever I start writing a C program. A equal to 5. Okay, next I will use this function CLR SCR. Why? Because yeah, whenever I use this particular CLR SCR function, this particular screen, what I am uh, about to display will be cleared first, and only this particular program's output will be displayed on the screen. Next one is print f of welcome to Isha Training Solutions. Okay, I will do one thing now. I will make this particular CLR SCR as a comment, and I will make you understand the importance of /n. Okay. Now I will compile the program. Compiling is simply nothing but Alt F9. Okay, there is no use of this statement actually. So I will make it as a comment. Alt F9 and Control F9. Welcome to Isha Training Solutions. Okay, this is what actually that 5 minus 5, 5 and all are of different program. Okay, now I will run the program again. Control F. See, you can see welcome to Isha Training Solutions. Welcome to Isha Training Solutions twice printed means I have run the program 2 times. So it has printed the program twice. Now I will clear this screen by using this CLR SCR. Now I am going to compile it, run it. Now see the screen. Only the current program's output is displayed. Okay. Now I will put a comment to this. I will run the program again. See, welcome to Isha training is again printed without clearing the before the result. So what I will do is I will put a /n here at the beginning of the print statement. In between the double quotes, I am going to place /n. Okay. In between the double quotes, I am placing this /n. Okay, now I'm going to compile it, run it. See the difference. This welcome to Isha Training Solutions is printed in the next new line, not beside this new line. Okay, so /n is used to print output in the next line. Okay. Similarly, each and every escape sequence has its own function. We will see whenever it is needed. If we see that we will be getting confused. Okay? And also, yeah, all may not be much used, only few will be used. We will see that later on. Next one is local variables and global variables. C character setter. Characters, the characters what a C program will accept is like A, B, C, D to Z and small letters A, B to A, B, C, D and till Z and digits 0 to 9. And these special characters will be accepted by the C program. Okay, comma, double quotes, open bracket, open curly bracket, closing curly bracket, star, plus, minus, division, colon, equal to, exclamatory mark, and symbol, dollar, semicolon. Okay, like this. These are the different special characters what a C program will consider. So they are called, they can be, these things can be called as like keywords or key characters, whatever it might be. And we are going to have some sort of predefined jargon words in a C program. What a C programmer, where a C program is going to use in each and every time when he is going to type the code. Okay, source code. Source code is simply nothing but the code what you are typing on the editor. Okay, the stuff, the code what you are going to type in the computer is called as source code. Next one is compile. This compiling is simply nothing but it is used to check is it compatible what we have typed is compatible to the system or not. It is going to find out some sort of errors what you are going to make. Taking the source code and making a program that a computer can understand. That is what a compile is. Next one is executable. A compiled program that the computer can run means after compiling only the program can be executed. Without compiling, the program cannot be executed. Of course, it can be executed, but this compiling is just for our understanding to make sure that the program can run without any errors. Okay, directly the program can be executed, but for our understanding, we are going to compile the program. Next one is library. We are having a different libraries. Okay, added functions for C programming which are bolted onto do certain tasks like hash include stdio.h, hash include conio.h and all. And header files are also of type library only. Files ending in a .h which are included at the start of the source. We have already seen this one. Hash include stdio.h. It is nothing but a header file. Next is a compiler. It translates the written program in source language to target language. Here, the source language is simply nothing but the language or the content what you have typed. This compiler will translate the content what you have typed into the target language or a language that could be understood by the system. So the compiler will change the data format. Okay. For example of compiler, exactly it is not the same. I want to make you understand what actually the compiler is. Okay. Now you people are having some sort of translators, right? If you type in one language, that particular language will be translated in some other language if you use a translator. Okay. Similarly, the compiler is of such type, but not exactly. I am saying this for your example to understand clearly. Next one is interpreter. It translates and immediately executes. Okay, means this interpreter will help in translating the source code to the target code or target language, and it will help in executing. Okay. Next one is assembler. Translates into machine language for particular machine. Okay, now you have typed the program in one system. Okay, and you are going to execute the same program in some other system, and the editors are different. So this assembler will help you to change the language format, how that particular destination system should be. Okay, next one is a microprocessor, textual substitutions. Okay, it is simply nothing but some sort of processing units that are present in the editor. Okay. Next, compiling and linking. These are the three phases what we have discussed at the beginning of the today's class and yesterday and all. Okay. Initially, what we are going to do is we are going to simply type the program, and it is simply nothing but a pre-processing. Next one is nothing but the compiling. Okay. The modified program now goes to the compiler and it's translated into the machine instructions or object code. Okay, we will see what is that object code in a flowchart manner so that you can understand clearly what actually is this compiler and what actually is happening in the linking here and all in the next slide. As of now, you just understand with the statements present here. Okay. Next one is linking. A linker combines the object code produced by the compiler with any additional code needed to yield a complete executable program. Now, by converting it to a specific language, Do you feel that is it enough to execute that particular program? No. Why? Because uh, uh, we can take something like okay, okay, fine. I will say you some another example so that you can understand clearly. If you want to give some work to another person, okay, if you want to get the job done from another person, okay, and you are assigning the task to some other person, but some other person will assign that particular job to some other person, okay. For example, X is giving work to Y, okay. Y will be giving work to Z, okay. Z will do that exact work and give back the work to Y. Okay, Y will do what Y will do is actually he will recheck is the job done by Z is as requested by X. So what Y is doing here is he is going to do the recheck how the X wants actually. So if something is missing that is done by Z will be added by Y and it will be given back to X. So if something is missed when something is done by some other person, okay, Y is going to add the content which makes it some sort of meaningful content and giving back to the X. So linking is simply nothing but some sort of extra things will be getting added when needed. Okay, so we will see this particular sequence and we will go to the next slide, okay, so that you can understand. This is the file what you are going to type test.c, okay, the program. You are going to compile it, Alt F9. After compiling, that particular program will be converted, okay, that particular program will be converted to a type of file called as object file. Okay, the file name will be same. The extension is going to be changed. Okay, test.obj. Okay, this object file cannot be opened by the user. This object file can alone be read by the system. Okay, understand clearly. This object file can be understood by the system and cannot be opened by the user. If you try to open it by using some other file, okay, you cannot understand the content what is present in the file. Okay, and it is going to be linked. Okay, now we have said something about linking, right? Adding something to make it as a meaningful thing. Okay, so it will be linked here, and finally the executable file will be prepared. So mainly three things. One is typing the program. Next one is compiling. After compiling, this particular file will be converted to a format called as object file. Okay, and by using the linking thing, we are going to make the executable file. Three things. Okay, we will go to the next slide. Now see this. This is what actually is happening and what we have seen in our previous slide. Okay, this is what actually the header file is, and we are going to write the program by using this statements under hash include std o.h printf statements int x int y or whatever it could be. Okay, we are going to write the program and we are going to save the particular program with a name called hello world.c. Okay, now this hello world.c will be compiled by the compiler. After compiling, it will be converted to the object file, and that particular object file will be named as hello world.o. Okay, so it is called as an object file. This particular hello world.c, you can open it and you can do changes. This hello world.o cannot be opened by user. That particular file can only be used and accessed by the system. Okay, and it will be given to the linker. What does the linker do? Just now we have understood that linker can add some sort of extra things that makes a program meaningful, and it will create the executable file that is simply nothing but it will give the output hello world. That's it. Okay, we can. I feel that you can understand with this particular picture how a program is going to be executed. Okay, I will repeat this again so that it will be more clearer to you. Initially, we are going to write a program by using a hash include stdio.h .h main function index, okay, printf statement. We are going to put semicolons and we are going to close the flower braces, everything. After writing, we are going to save the file. That is nothing but the source file. It is hello world.c. Okay. Next is like we are going to compile that particular program by using the command Alt F9, which we have already discussed. Okay. After compiling, what it happens is it is going to be converted into object file. This particular file will be converted to the object file. It doesn't mean that this particular file will be removed. That particular file will also be there, and this compiler will create another file hello world.o, which is nothing but an object file. Why this compiler is going to create an object file is that to make understand what you have written in the system language. Okay, next, this linker will add some other extra thing which are missed in the program, which are typed by the user, and it will make it meaningful, and it will create the executable file and display the content on the screen. Is it clear? This is what actually the general flow of C program. Okay. Next, we are having some other key terminologies which we have just discussed. Source program, you know. Okay. Printable or readable program, whatever you type. Object program, non-printable machine readable file. Please make it clear and understand. Object program or object file is of non-printable format and which can be readable by the machine alone, not by the user. Okay. Next use. Next is executable program. Okay. It is of non-printable executable code. Whatever you are going to execute, okay, it cannot be printed. It can be simply executed. Okay. Next, syntax errors. This one is reported by the compiler. When we are going to compile it, Alt F9, it is going to throw you some sort of errors. Okay, we will do another small thing so that you can understand what actually is this error. Okay, this is the program. Okay, now what I will do is I will remove this particular semicolon and I will try to compile the program. Alt F9. It is showing me some error. Statement missing in the line number 8. Okay, this is line number 8. This is line number 7. Okay, what it does is it will show that you have missed something in the line number 7 and it will direct it to the line number 8, so that we must understand that the before line is missing something called as semicolon. Okay, what is that error? We will see that again. Alt F9. Statement missing. It is clearly showing us that this is missing. Okay, this is missing. So we can go to here, we can check where and what is missing and we can put it here. Alt F9. Now no error. Okay, now I am compiling. What does compiling do is it will check for the error and it will start creating the object file. Okay, now my file name is no name 00.cpp. Okay, I will save it for save. Save. Okay, I can simply remove all the things here and I can save here, but I will save in bin folder here. Okay, it is like C first program, C first dot C. This is my file. Okay, Now I will compile the program. Alt F9. Okay. This is saying that compiling by the editor C first dot C. This will create a C first dot object file. It will not be shown anywhere. It will be present in the system. Okay. Next, by running it to the Isha training, means something like welcome has been removed. So it is simply displaying to the Isha training. Okay. That is what I said. Next, linker error. These linker errors are some sort of errors that happen when some sort of links are going to fail or some sort of spelling mistakes that are going to be created by the user. It will be going to happen. Okay. We will see that in the flow whenever we are going to write the program. As of now, we can say that there is a word called as linker error. Okay. Next one is the execution or runtime errors. Okay, reported by the operating system. That we will see that one also. Next, these are the topics what we are going to discuss in this particular C course. Okay, as of now, we have understood till here components of the C program. We are going to cover this in the coming sessions. Okay, data types and rules. What are the rules that we need to use for the particular data type? And next one is a token. Next one is a variable. Next, precedence and order of evaluation. Simple assignment statements, basic input and output statements, sample program. We have already seen the sample programs also, no need to worry about that. Okay, in this particular introduction to programming, we are about to see data types and tools, tokens, variables, precedence and order of evaluation. Okay, that's it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Rest all we have seen. We have seen simple assignment statements, basic input and output statements, and sample program we have seen. Okay. Next, conditional statements. We are having different conditional statements here. If we want to discuss now, we can discuss it, but you won't be in a position to understand. It will make you, it will create some sort of scary thing in your mind if we are going to discuss that now. Okay, we will see whenever we need it in the coming sessions. Next one is arrays. Okay, array. I will just give you a hint what actually an array is. Okay, if you want to store your marks in the system, what you will write is you will write your name, okay, in one row, okay, and in the second row we will write subject name and marks beside that. In the third row, you will write another subject and you will write another subject and another marks scored by you. Okay, like that, you are going to write how many subjects are there, how many, I mean, marks are scored by you. Okay, it is only of your uh, marks. Okay, it is only your marks. If you want all the marks scored by your friends to be stored in the system, then you need to use something called as arrays here. Means arrays are used to store same type of data type with different contents. Okay, we will see that in the coming sessions so that you can understand clearly. If I say now, you people will be a little bit scared. So I will leave it now. Next is function. Function is simply nothing but main function. Like that, we are having many user-defined functions also. Main is a predefined function. Like that, we can create functions also. Next, structures and unions. It is also some sort of function. Okay, structures and unions. Okay, structures and unions are like some sort of array types. Okay, but array general difference I am saying. Don't get confused again. Array is of same data type, whereas the structure and union will be of different data types. We will see that when we are discussing. Next, pointers. These are mainly used when we are accessing the memory location in the system. Okay. Next. Now the time is 7:45. Okay, we will start with the data type and we will stop it. Okay, so that we can go to the control things in the next session. Data type. What actually the data type is? In general, data type is simply nothing but which has some sort of data in that particular variable, right? Fine. Fine. Data type. Data type has a name. Okay. Data type will be having some sort of thing called as a name. For example, int. For example, int a. A is the variable here. It is simply nothing but the name. And that particular variable will be having some sort of value. For example, int a, and if you are passing the value, for example, int a, int a, this is declaration, and I am passing this value 5 into the variable a. So this variable is having a value 5 inside the variable 5 a here, okay, of data type integer. So data type will be having a name, will be having value, and a type of the variable. These three things. A is the name, value is 5 here, and the type of the variable is integer. Okay. Data is stored internally in memory, externally on the disk or tape or input from an input device. Okay. Data here. Data is stored internally in memory. Now we are having this program here. Fine. Int a equal to 5. You can see that you are passing 5 value into a. You don't know where that 5 value is stored, but you can understand that it is getting saved into the variable a of integer data type. That's it. You don't know where it is saved in the system. Okay, in the system, in the sense in the hard disk or in your SSD card that is present in the system. You don't know where it is. Okay, it will be known to the system alone. Okay, it is stored internally in the memory, that is what in the hard disk or somewhere, externally on the disk or a tape or input from an input device. Okay. Data type determines how the data is present in the computer and the kinds of processing the computer can perform on it. Data type will tell you actually what type of data it is. Without data type, you cannot judge is it of integer type, or it is of character type, or it is of float type, or something like that. We will see what actually this integer, what actually this float, what actually this character and all in our coming slides. Okay. Mainly C language data types can be broadly classified into two types, primary data type and derived data type. Okay. Primary data types are predefined type of data types. Okay. And the derived data types are like something like they are also predefined, but you can change the data type variable size how much you want. Okay, that is what we will see in the coming slides. These are the common data types that we are going to use more frequently: integer, character, float, and double. Okay, integer is used to store an integer value like 1, 2, 3, and all. Character, it stores a single character like A or B or C. It cannot store more than one character. If you want to store some name, for example, Ram or AM, okay, it is not supported by character. So we need to use some other type of data type. We will see in the future. As of now, character will store data type of a single character. That's it. Next is float. Use it to store decimal numbers with a single precision. Means it is going to save the data of fractional values. Like if you get the result like after division or by after adding something, if you get the result like 21.1 or 22.5 like that, we are going to use these kinds of data type. If we are going to use integer, this will not accept fractional values. Okay. Next, double. It is used to store decimal numbers with a double precision. More high value of float type will be stored in a double. Okay. Next, look at this particular slide. What you understand? Okay. Before going to this slide, we will have some sort of discussion. Okay. We know how water will be measured. We know how milk will be measured. Okay, we know how fruits will be measured when you are going to buy in the fruits market or at the supermarkets. Okay, for example, if you are going to buy some sort of mineral water bottle, the bottle's capacity will be like a 500 ml bottle or 100 ml, 1000 ml bottle. Okay, similarly, if you are going to buy oil packets, its quantity will be like a 500 ml quantity or 1 liter quantity, like that. Similarly, okay, we are going to have some sort of measurements in memory also. Okay, for example, you people might have known about this. Yeah, no need to explain this much deeper. Why I am saying this is actually to make clear that what actually is this. Okay, we will see some example like as you people are using smartphones nowadays. You people might be knowing the configuration of the smartphones what you are using. Okay, for example, you people might be having a smartphone of configuration 4 GB RAM, okay, and 32 GB inbuilt memory. What is that 32 GB inbuilt memory? It is simply nothing but the memory that is present in the mobile phone. It is used for our future use that you want to save something in your mobile and like that. Okay, so in that manner, we are going to have some sort of memory units here that is present in the. These are standard things actually. 1 bit is simply nothing but a binary digital. Okay, now in computer, whatever you write, it will be converted to ones and zeros, and it will be getting saved. Okay, so if you are writing hello, that hello will be converted to 10101010. We don't know how it will be actually. It will be converted to 1010 and it will be saved into the system. Okay, that particular one will be occupying the space of 1 bit. Okay, similarly, 1 byte is simply nothing but 8 bits. Okay, 1024 bytes make 1 KB. Okay, 1024 KB makes 1 MB. Okay, 1024 MB makes 1 GB. 1024 GB makes 1 TB. Like that. Okay, now you people are using smartphones, right? 4 GB RAM and 64 GB inbuilt memory. So you people are having 64 GB memory. So 64 GB into 1024 MB will be your memory size. Similarly, 1024 GB makes 1 TB, 1024 TB makes 1 terabyte, 1024 terabyte makes 1 exabyte. Okay, 1024 exabyte makes 1 zettabyte, 1024 zettabyte makes 1 yottabyte, 1024 yottabytes make 1 prontobyte. Okay, and the last memory as of now is like capacity is like 1 geobyte. It is of 1024 prontobyte. Okay, this is what actually the memory storage is actually. Okay, okay, we will stop with this slide. We will start in the next session. Okay, any doubts till now for the day? Any doubts, please? Anyway, what I am teaching in the session is actually I'm using PPTs and I'm using the editor. Okay. Finally, after the session is over, I'm going to give you these PPTs for your understanding so that you can go through the PPTs whenever you need it after the program, after the course. Okay. so that you can have some better understand what we have discussed. Okay. Any questions, please? Hope you people are following me and I am clear in making you understand. If anything, please let me know. Am I going fast? Am I going fast? Please let me know. We'll go a little bit slower. If everything is okay, so that we can move like this, or if you want, let me move a little bit faster also. I got some reply like okay. Hope the speed what I am using is okay. Okay. Hope everything is clear. So I will follow the thing what I am doing now, and I will teach you in the same manner so that you people can understand. Yes, yes. Thank you. We will meet tomorrow. Thank you.
Hello,
I will stop. Yeah, please tell me.
hello sir. Please recording videos. Send
Sorry.
me. Please record me. Record videos all.
Yeah, yeah. We are recording the videos. Okay. Are you in the group?
Okay.
Are you in the group?
Group.
Yeah, you are in the group.
Yes.
And you just send a message to Anita madam in the group. Okay. She will
Okay.
forward the videos to you. Okay. In the group.
The software is good.
Sorry.
Software is good. Send me.
Yeah, yeah, please. I will send it to you. I will send it to you in
Uh,
the group itself today or tomorrow morning. I will send you before tomorrow session. I will send you everything. Okay.
okay, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Any questions, please? Okay, I'm stopping the recording now.